I want to share a little bit about my story. And a good place to start is my father. My father actually was a state combined parole probation officer, so he went back and forth in both worlds for 40 years, 39 years and 10 months to be exact. And I don't think I could appreciate it and or understand it as a child, but as an adult now reflecting back, the few opportunities as a child I had a chance to see him, or he took me to work with him. Or actually when I became an adult, I told people my name and they asked, was Ralph Woodfin your father? And they would say, well, he was my parole officer or he was my probation officer. And now the appreciation post his retirement, I get it. My father every single day for 40 years, he did the business, was in the business of providing, giving second chances, stewarding, helping men and women transition out of prison and or attempting to keep them from going to prison, and or if they violated a probation and they went, even for some of them when they came out, by the time they came out, he was back on the parole side. And so standing here as mayor, it's not just being mayor that I have an appreciation for what it means for community members, for city administration, partners to invest in and be intentional about second chances. But I've personally seen the work of my own family and know the impact and importance of it. That being said, I am convinced I am not the only one that believes in second chances. And it turns out that Councilor Tate is not the only one that believes in second chances. That every single person you see represented here, they and their organizations that they work for, we all collectively believe in second chances. We believe that every person should be given the opportunity to be bigger than their past, to contribute to their community and provide for their families. And we also believe that the spirit of forgiveness should be more than a buzzword. It should be an action item for all of us. And so through programs like Common Ground, we have worked to give residents a second chance for a restart. I'm excited to say that continues today with the launch of the Birmingham Reentry Alliance. Until now, there has not been a coordinated, holistic approach to returning residents that have, I guess, how can I say this? The things they needed to thrive after post-incarceration. Today, that changes with the Birmingham Reentry Alliance. Several local agencies, again, you see standing here, have aligned to ensure that justice-impacted families in Birmingham can thrive. This one-year pilot will provide housing, case management, as well as wraparound services for those returning to Birmingham from Alabama State prisons. It's our goal to serve 30 to 50 individuals in this inaugural year. Prospective participants will enroll as soon as they leave state prison, either through parole, mandatory early release, or at the end of their sentence. Now, once enrolled, participants will connect with the case manager, who will guide them through the available services to meet their needs for up to 1 year. Connections to living wages will be provided by one of the Alliance partners, which include Offender Alumni Association for peer support. By the way, shout out to Offender Alumni. We're standing in their building. I see you. But it's important that I acknowledge and name some of the other organizations and what they'll be doing as well. Salvation Army for job training and workforce development. Community on the Rise for assisting with identification and government documents. Hope Inspired Ministries for life skills training and job placement. Jimmy Hill Mission and its Reclaiming Hope program. Alethea House for substance use treatment services. Alabama Regional Medical Services for healthcare. Canterbury United Methodist Church for Welcome Home Starter Kits, and the Housing Authority of the Birmingham District for housing vouchers. This is a big deal. For each of those partners, individually and collectively, I want to publicly express my sincere gratitude to each and all of you. Thank you so much. But I also want to thank the Community Foundation of Greater Birmingham and Regions for support of this pilot. I believe, we believe, this is an important step in not only revitalizing our workforce, but providing the compassion these residents need to help rebuild their lives.